Okay, so now can we all just move along? I didn't say get along. I just asked if we can all move along. Thanks for hanging out. This is In Other News. I'm your host, Mike Russell. Appreciate you being here with me. And the 4B movement is here. What in the world? Okay, yesterday I was very, very clear. I was very clear in no sound. What you mean no sound? What you mean? What you mean? What you mean no sound? No sound. Testing. Let's go audio. Testing. Yeah, it says it's getting it. You guys no sound at all, huh? Help me out, y'all. Alfred, appreciate you saying that, but I'm going. So tell me, let me know. Nothing at all, huh? Let's see on the gram. What we got going on the gram? Anybody on the gram? Tell me what's up. Everybody, do y'all hear me? Oh, hear you. Okay, good. Okay, now we're back on Facebook. Everybody hears me. Good. Lips moving here, nada. So Alfred, you got to check your speakers. Everyone else said they got it. Said it again, pal. Whew. Oh, the days I have had with this whole thing. And in the background, thank you, Ozzy. Thank you, Ozzy, for participating. Ozzy said he can hear me, so it's good. I can't hear you talking about having no sound. You know what? Scotty. Anyway, yesterday I was talking about how, people are hurting, and they are. And they're having a tough time out there, and it's easy. It's like low-hanging fruit. See, I can't hear you. See, now Queen Bee saying she can't hear me. Is everybody joking with me now? Everybody's jacking with me. Don't make me pull this over. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate it. Do not make me pull this show over. I really will. Darling dear, can you tell me if you can hear me or you're just joking? Oh, that's evil. I'm just going to keep talking. Anyway, and making fun of people about this thing, thank you. Making fun of people about the whole election, either way, is absolutely, it's just low-hanging fruit. It's lazy. That's why I just go through scroll and seeing people freaking out and people big freakouts, people this freak out. And I'm going to encourage all of you, if you are a supporter of Donald Trump, if that's how you win, I'm going to encourage you to do something here. Ignore the nonsense. Ignore the, I hate you and you are scum. And dude, we've had years of that. That's lazy. Just don't engage. If we're gonna walk the walk and we're gonna talk the talk and we're like, yo, we've been vilified and all this stuff like that, be the bigger person and just make it happen. Yeah. The freakouts, yeah, Rhonda said the freakouts you've seen are ridiculous, and they are. But again, just don't even go looking for it. But this is something we can all poke fun at. I think the 4B movement. Have you heard of this? The 4B movement. I didn't know what this was. It came along quickly. It had to have been loaded up, but I didn't know what the 4B movement was. Check this out. I want you to see this. This is just shocking. Absolutely shocking. Check it out. She's cutting her hair off. Cutting all her hair off. Yeah. What up, Brittany? She's going straight Brittany. Look. No joke. Yes. So this is part of the 4B movement. I'm not kidding. So what the 4B movement is, and then this is one of the extreme examples of somebody that is making themselves unattractive because they're not going to give the boys the nookie. That's it. They're going to get down with anybody. I'm not kidding. This is a real thing. This is a celibacy movement for women that are upset at any person that voted for Donald Trump. Celibacy. Yeah. Build bald back better. Yes. Yes. Thanks, Michael. Yes. Build bald back better. It's easier to spot them in public. I guess that's a good way to put that, but they're posting videos. One I just saw before I came on here, she said, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you. See, Michelle can hear me. She doesn't want to see. She's out there with Queen Bee. She knows what's up. So I can hear you just fine. Appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Anyway, this is a movement. I saw this one girl say, good luck getting any, especially down in Florida, all you boys. I was like, what are these girls traveling around giving it up? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Oh, wow. A guy's not going to be able to sleep with a woman because she's mad about an election. No erection because of this election. That's exactly what we're going to go with. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Michelle, don't do that. These people are mean. She's saying Queen Bee shaving her head right now. It's okay. I saw that picture from high school. It's okay. It doesn't bother me. I still think she's beautiful. It's all good. But going to this length is now it's just comedy. Okay, you know, people genuinely sad and people genuinely having a hard time with it and kind of being fearful and it's a it really is a thing because it's brought on by I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by just the thought of Queen Bee shaving her head right now. Let them also say, dump your boyfriend, divorce your husband. Damn. Yeah, they voted for Trump. Yes, that is actually happening. So, okay. And by the way, that's fine. If they don't want to work that out, they don't work through their issues, fine. And if we might find that there's a whole group of dudes that are into bald chicks. Yeah, who knows? Who knew? Right? Yeah. I mean, it looks fantastic. Yeah. This is a big at least what I'm seeing in all of my feeds. I mean, this is actually something that's going on. And I'm going to be honest here, and of course I'm going to be me and say that I think a lot of the women that are doing this, a lot of the women that are posting these things, I think 4B has been going on quite a while with them. Yeah, I don't think their life is going to change very much. Or just post, hey, how you are you're that much of a how did a very dear friend of mine say it, a loose woman. And yes, Matthew, it is totally TDS. It is a huge example of TDS. But the worst that I saw, and these are people you can make fun of, but I just don't, no need to, again, no need to engage when I saw a University of Oregon, the head of fraternity and sorority something. He just basically said, I hope basically all Trump supporters die. He's going to lose his job, so there's no business even engaging with that. But I did see a girl that is going to get completely taken out. What they don't understand, and again, because no one pays attention to the way things actually work in life, if you threaten the president of the United States of America, vice president of the United States of America, you are going to get a visit from the Secret Service. That's just happening. The woman I saw, and I didn't even bother pulling it down. The woman I saw was just trying to get a collection. How much does it cost to get a hitman to take out Donald Trump? That's what she was asking. She said, we can all kick in. So this has to happen. They already tried twice. But you understand, you make threats like that, you're going to learn. That's FAFO right there. And they're going to find out. So again, it's a level of Darwinism. Just let it go. Just don't engage. And wow. Yeah, it's bad. But again, I genuinely concerned because there was tragically, there is in the last 2 days, a spike in suicides. And if you can draw the two aligned, I don't think it's hard to draw a line. But if that's the case, man, it's time, y'all. It's time to shut it down. This is literally time to shut the dissension down. It's time to shut any of this stuff down because people are ending their lives because of something that will most likely not impact their life in a great way. It just won't. I saw Sunny hosting yesterday. Did you see that? And she was, why do you think uneducated white women voted against reproductive freedoms? Was that the only thing we were voting on? Okay, and everything's uneducated. CNN went at it today too. Uneducated voters of Donald Trump, meaning they don't have college degrees. Yeah. Ask Bill Gates how that worked out for him. Does not have a college degree. Charlie Kirk's out there, wildly, I wouldn't say responsible. He had a huge part in Trump's reelection. Doesn't have a degree. Guy's brilliant. I just don't like, he cherry picks a lot of things. Intern Bean saw him up at NAU. She didn't engage, but I thought that was, I was like, yeah, go ask the dude a question. Anyway, the 4B movement is happening. So if you guys voted for Trump, how about this? Maybe a bunch of conservatives are going to learn that, Charlie Kirk is great. Look at Matthew, because I don't know my glasses. Look, I said, you said okay is great. Yeah, I don't think that these conservative dudes or whoever voted for Trump, I don't think they're, They might find a whole new dating pool. I'll just put it that way. A whole new dating pool. This is in other news. Thanks for hanging out with me. I told you I was excited about the prospect of having RFK Jr. get after it. I did not expect him to go to work 2 days in. I really didn't. But here he is. Check this noise out. And one of the rough parts about RFK Jr. obviously is listening to him is his voice. And just so you know what that is, that's a vocal cord spasm. There's a spasm going on around his vocal cords. It's just a condition. It's not like he was hollering a bunch and then that's what happened. I mean, it just is what it is. So let's check this out. I mean, he went right to work. Here he goes.
This is what most Americans innocently put into their bodies these days, and most alarmingly, into the bodies of their children.
Wait a second. Hold on here. Hold on. I've been a supporter of this guy, fan of this guy. You're going to tell me I can't eat Cheez-Its? Captain Crunch, I'm fine. You tell me I can't eat Cheez-Its, I will get down on some Cheez-Its. There's no way he's about to tell me I can't eat Cheez-Its. What do you mean harmlessly put that in my body? Not harmlessly. I don't harmlessly put Cheez-Its in my body. I take it by the handful. You ever see the big giant Cheez-Its? Loved those damn things. Fantastic. The burnt Cheez-Its. Ooh, let's go. If he tells me I can't do it, I'm going to rethink my vote. I'm telling you that much. I'm going to rethink my vote, sir.
And it's no coincidence that Americans die earlier than Canadians or Germans or Italians or Japanese or Koreans or Australians or most any other comparable country.
Well, our healthcare system has a big part in that as well, but I'm following you. We're tracking, buddy. Keep going.
And it wasn't always that way. Until the early 1990s, our life expectancy was the same or better than other developed countries. Then suddenly, more and more Americans began suffering from chronic diseases, from obesity, cancer, diabetes, kidney disease, Alzheimer's, heart disease, and all kinds of autoimmune diseases. Our maternal mortality rate soared to the highest of any developed country on earth.
Oh, I love charts. Look at that. Seriously. Holy cow. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Earth. Same with infant mortality.
Holy!
Like the frog in the slowly boiling water, we didn't really notice as we got sicker and sicker. We've grown now to accept chronic disease conditions as normal. But now, in 2024, we're finally waking up to this cataclysm, and we're asking ourselves, how in the world did this happen? A big part of it is our diet. Restaurants that serve contaminated food are fined or shut down. Right. When it's the government that approves the poisons in our food, a few people get very, very rich, and the toxins end up in every supermarket aisle. Let me show you what I mean. Doritos, Cheez-Its, Captain Crunch, gummy bears. Everyone knows that these are junk foods. So,
whoa. I don't know. You can slow down on the Doritos and the Cheez-Its, bro. You can slow down on that. I could deal without the gummy bears and the Captain Crunch.
Maybe you wouldn't be too surprised to see that the ingredients include a lot of poisons, including a harmful yellow dye called tetrazine, or yellow dye number 5.
I've heard of this red 40 or whatever the hell it is. Yellow number 5, huh?
What you may not know is that this dye was originally made out of the sludge that's left over when you turn coal into coke for blast furnaces. It's called coal tar, and I've actually sued many big industries for legacy contamination of coal tar all around the country.
What in the bleep is that dude? Are you hearing this, y'all? Is it what the tar? A byproduct? Oh, okay. Personal choice is like doing drugs. Matthew, I'm not. Let's stop here and let's talk about that real quick. But hold on one second. I want to get to this. Yeah, you're right. RFK Jr.'s sister does have that same condition. So guys, look at the ingredients of Products USA, and you're right, Jim. That's exactly what RFK is trying to point out. That these ingredients are definitely banned in other countries. But a personal choice, I'm not, dude. I do not disagree with you. I seriously do not disagree with you. But when you say like drugs, I want to address that real quick. Sugar is the most addictive chemical in the world. Period. The most addictive substance, in the world. There's nothing more addictive than sugar. Sugar is quite literally in everything. My sugar withdrawals when I kick sweets. I mean, there's still sugars in different things. When I kick sweets was awful. It was awful. That's because I was eating sugar. There was sugar literally in everything. I can go now to like a pizza joint and be like, that sauce has too much sugar in it. Because I can taste it now. It's there. It's absolutely crazy how how much you're sensitive to it after you kick it. So I'll say this, that personal choice, just like doing drugs, obviously avoiding Cheez-Its and avoiding Doritos, but sugar is very hard to avoid. Trust me, someone who knows, someone who's kicked it, it's super, super hard. It just is. It really is a hard thing to kick because it is the most addictive substance in the world. I have a similar addictive. Just a choice, buddy. It's a choice. Yeah. The tobacco industry. Yeah, absolutely. And addictive vaping stuff. Doritos are addicting. Darn right. Just ask how why. You're damn right, Lynn. I'm a diabetic, and trust me, I know how not to do sugar right. Yeah. But again, but this is what I'm trying to say is that kind of once you're hooked, you're hooked. And I can decide to try Coke and try crack and all that. I can decide to try that or decide not to. So that becomes a choice. As kids, and I think what he's getting into, like Captain Crunch and stuff like that, that has to be the parents' choice, not to give them those sugars, right? Yeah. Leave my Doritos alone. We have like a Doritos fan club going on here. It's absolutely fantastic. Oh, Tillamook medium cheddar. Oh, it is so good. I like the and then the one. I think you're talking about the one at Costco, Jim. Oh, hell yeah, those slices. Woo-hoo! Yeah, I used to put those on all my burgers. They were fantastic on burgers. They came out with non-fat and low-fat, but you got people eat it and addicted to sugar, some other artificial sweetener. Yeah, what was it? It was diet soda. Putting the dye in diet. Since 1980 or whatever it was, putting the dye in diet. Oh, Lynn, one family bag in one setting. Easy. Have y'all tried the munchies? The cheddar munchies? It has Sun Chips, pretzels, Doritos, and Cheetos in it. My crack. Oh, I'm getting ready to, we're going camping this weekend. You bet your tuchus that's going to be a part of it. I don't care what RFK Jr. says. All right. Oh, here we go. This is Mark says I used to spend 1 to 2 months at a time in Germany for work and ate and drank whatever and came back weighing less. Damn right. I believe there was some ingredient that Americans put in bread, so like pizza and stuff like that as well. So people go like, "Oh my God, I went to Italy and I ate pizza every single day and I lost 10 pounds." It's the ingredient that Americans use for, I think it's a rising agent or a preservative, maybe both, that just makes you bloat and your body just freaks the hell out. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to my man here. Let's get back to him.
Because it's so toxic and it's so harmful to the environment and human beings. A century ago, it was just an obnoxious industrial byproduct that everybody was trying to figure out ways to get rid of. One of the ways that they did that was by paving roads.
Sure.
But then a British chemist figured out that the coal tar could be used to derive fabric dye. And if fabric dye, why not food?
Well,
food manufacturers began using it to cover up the discoloration of low-quality foods that they wanted to pass off on unsuspecting customers. They didn't know back then that this yellow dye, tartrazine, causes tumors, asthma, developmental delays, neurological damage, ADD, ADHD, hormone disruption, gene damage, anxiety, depression, intestinal.
And now RFK Jr. is 97 years old and looks like that, so I'm going to believe him.
Injuries. Well, we know it now. We've known this for decades. That's why tartrazine is heavily restricted in other countries. In some countries, foods with tartrazine have a warning label that it may cause ADHD in children. Today, it's made from petroleum, not coal tar. Either way, it's crazy to add this to your kids' favorite foods.
Yes.
It doesn't even change the flavor. This yellow dye isn't just in junk food. It's in the foods that we consider healthy. It's in everyday kids' snacks like popcorn, mac and cheese, fruit snacks. It's in sports drinks like Gatorade and so-called vitamin water. It's even added to chicken broth, to corn, to pickles, mustard, and to yogurt. And so, of course,
Queen Bee, we're not having soup tonight.
And we lovingly feed them chewable vitamins, which have, surprise, tartrazine. And so the cycle continues until the coughs and asthma kick in, at which point you go to pick up some cough syrup. And yeah, you guessed it, Tartrazine. I've been picking on tartrazine today, but that's just one of at least 100 chemical
Bring 'em,
poisons
kid.
that our health agencies allow into our children's food. I can make a video just like this to talk about Red 40,
Please.
BHA,
Please.
BHD,
Pretty please.
potassium bromate.
Love it.
Chemical after chemical.
I'll watch it. I'll watch
on
it.
and on.
My
If
man.
just one of them can cause all of these problems, imagine what they're doing in combination. That has never been studied. If we took all of these chemicals out, our nation would get healthier immediately. We'd have fewer sick days.
Yep.
We'd have better focus. We'd have less anxiety. Our
I'm sorry,
kids
I
would
missed
learn
what you were
more
saying.
easily. We'd lose weight. We'd have more energy. We'd have fewer tumors. And
Damn
longer
tartrazine.
lives. It's not all dark. Over the past 16 years, the government has banned 8 chemical additives that cause cancer, genetic damage, asthma, and many of the other health conditions as tartrazine does. And you know what's interesting? All 8 of those crucial steps forward in our kids' health were taken under President Trump. But the Democrats who claim to be all about health care have stood by watching other countries ban these poisons and make our kids sick, asthmatic, hyperactive, and depressed. They left them on every supermarket shelf in America. They even used your tax money to put them in your kids' school lunch. So their big food and their big ag donors probably gave them all that golden handshake and the big money hug. And their big
money hug. I want one.
Probably called them up and
love big
thanked
money
them
hugs.
also because now they're going to make billions selling Adderall, Prozac, and rescue inhalers. Enough is enough. President Trump and I are going to stop
Get it,
the
kid.
mass poisoning of
I
American
love him.
children. Together, we're going to make America healthy again.
I'm going to go give him a big money hug. Yeah. Oh, I want a big money hug. Don't you just love him? Oh, I adore him. Guys, this is serious stuff. This is serious stuff. And how wild is it that and I'm going to get to your comments in a second, but I mean, how wild is it that the left's takedown of the Democrat Party, the DNC's takedown of RFK Jr., the lawfare, the suing in each state to get him off the ballot. You can't, it's not an official primary, wouldn't let him primary the president. All of that caused him to just get so ticked off that he went and joined Trump. And now the guy's got a platform and he might be the human that saves a lot of us health-wise. Oh, he said the Democrat Party says be all about healthcare. They're big pharma. That's what they're about. So they're healthcare, sure. If that's what you want to brand yourself. I'm all about healthcare. That's what I love, healthcare. No, you're about charging way too much for healthcare and just giving us a pill. Yep. I make my own tortillas and bread. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, Slavo makes his own. He just big sourdough fan. I will never eat sourdough bread because my father made me eat it. I hated it as a kid, and he made me eat it. I get flashbacks. Like, why do you make me eat this stuff? It's awful. To me, as a kid. How about China putting fake rice in rice? What do you put the fake back in rice? I guess. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's get to what we're doing here, so I can actually. Did you say Cheetos were made from cow feed, or that it was cow feed? Because that's rad. Because I would feed Cheetos to cows, because then I'm going to eat the cows, so I'll have a Cheeto steak. Just follow along. Follow me for more cooking tips or cattle advice. Ronnie, you said you make. Somebody said they're making their own tortilla chips. I'm telling you, I did that once and it was fantastic. Easy to do and really, really good. I really liked them. I really, really did like them. Yeah, this is Doritos, man. I was about it. I actually. So, do you know what the orange stuff when your fingers get orange? Oh, there's a really bad joke my dad used to tell about that. But anyway, when your fingers get orange, do you know what that's called? The stuff that turns your fingers orange. They actually named it. It's Cheetle. Not kidding. Cheetle. You saw a woman doing what RFK did, and she noted one product, like I think one of the cereals that had 16 or more ingredients that is in the U.S. and banned in only 3. Oh, yeah. I think that was a congressional hearing. Yeah. I made garlic bread last night. My grandson said the cheesening on this is, that's cheesening. I love it. John Internooch for years. He didn't know French bread, garlic bread, whatever. He called it. That's it. He said, "Can I have another piece of?" I don't know why. Ratatouille. Who knows, man? Yeah. Let's see here. China did. Yeah. Okay. Wait a second. China gluing fake rice and man. Butchers are gluing meat together. I didn't hear how butchers are gluing. I know you meant gluing meat together. Wow. Okay. Why would they do that? Why would you glue meat together? And how do you do that? I don't know. Sounds like something I want to try. Is that a new grilling technique or something? Well, you're going to smoke it. You're going to glue those damn things together. Get the Gorilla Glue. Yeah. I'd happy with medium money hug. Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense. Beat you to it. All right. See, healthcare came. Here we go, bud. The healthcare came with the insurance scam when somebody put $100 for an aspirin instead of 1 cent. Really? And the insurance never did anything. And one doctor told another. And it kind of is that kind of the origin story of that? $100 for aspirin. Yeah. I remember my second brain surgery. I think the box of tissues, of which I used 2, was something like $35. I'm like, come on, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, it should be called sick care because that's what it is. That's why Rob and I have the doctor that we have, because we're tired of that. Absolutely tired of that. I'm about to fire my therapist because I have sleep problems. And, she's just like, okay, well, I want to prescribe something for you. I'm like, what? Huh? No, don't need to prescribe something for me. Let's come on, work on daddy's head here. And let's get this thing taken care of. Holy cow. Meat glue. There's no such thing as meat glue. No way. Imagine Cheetos crushed up. Oh, I want. Maybe I know what I'm having for dinner tonight. Imagine using Cheetos crushed up in deep fried chicken. I've seen Doritos. I've definitely seen Doritos. Cheetos might be it. I'm down. Raw meat. Arts and crafts session for the kids. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Just cut around, make it nice, and glue it together. Don't care. RFK Jr. Oh, yeah. RFK Jr. I don't care how I say it, dude. He is the man. YouTube search meat gluing. Okay, I'm going to do that. I got that. I got something to do after the show today. Speaking of good health, got VA telemed happening pretty quick. More drugs? Oh, yeah, buddy, I tell you. All right, let me know. Yes, meat glue is real. Holy garbage. Okay. I'm going to figure that out. I actually, I used to make it a treat. Like if I was like maybe got a new endorsement or something like that, I would go to a really nice butcher that has 90-day aged meat. All of it is 90-day aged, and it's just USDA prime. It's just fantastic stuff. But then, so it kind of got me in the habit of going up to a butcher counter. So when I went to the grocery store for that, I would go to the butcher counter. And there's a, what is it? Safeway up here. I will never buy meat there again. Like, why does everybody hear a jerk? Like multiple times. Why is everyone here a jerk? Anyway, let's all research meat glue and submit a 1-page essay to Mike's email. Please. Yes. Yes, please. Just use ChatGPT. It's okay. Just use ChatGPT. Katie Hobbs, believe it or not, it came out of nowhere and she ended up on the Daily Show. And it's absolutely as bad as you think it was. Here's Katie. Oh, excuse me. I'm here. Here's Katie Hobbs. Yeah, making Arizona look great again.
Did you just say you vetoed 206?
Yeah. So Jon Stewart does not like her. Listen to this. Here you go.
Now, did you just say you vetoed 216 bills?
Yes, we have a legislature that is run by literal insurrectionists and indicted fake electors, and they didn't get the message.
Everyone's laughing at her. I think, okay, so understand this. Katie Hobbs is not a national figure. She's not. So most likely people haven't even heard her speak. And I think they're laughing a little bit at just, oh my God, she sounds like she's 8. And she said, we are led by real insurrectionists, meaning Republicans. That's what a bozette she is. She went on The Daily Show, which at one point was the #1 news source for 18-25-year-olds in the nation under Jon Stewart's leadership when, I think it's Kilborn, right? Was he one of the first guys in there in Talk Soup? Oh, fantastic show. Remember Talk Soup? Oh, Talk Soup was fantastic. And they and then so Jon Stewart took over and just amazing. Jon Stewart's super funny, super liberal, get it? Super funny. She goes toe to toe with this guy, and she says, "Craig Gilbert, thank you." She toe to toe with the guy, and I know it's a comedy show, but she gets a laugh.
Did you just say you vetoed 216 bills?
Yes, we have a legislature that is run by literal insurrectionists and indicted fake electors. And they didn't get the message that voters wanted sanity over chaos. And so they kept sending extreme measures that I had to veto. But here's the good news about our ballot. In addition to all the garbage that the legislature sent.
Wow. Okay. And by the way, she was asked by the local news media, what would you do different your second year, third year, whatever it is that you did last year? She goes, I'd veto more bills. Y'all, nothing is getting done. Nothing is getting done in the state of Arizona. Zero. Anything that we agree, duly elected representatives of each piece of this state working at the state capitol. And I understand there's some legislation that's garbage. So tell us why. Don't just tell us it came from a literal insurrectionist. Don't. Tell us why. Holy mackerel. Just absolutely amazing. Yeah, she's been quiet in the news, Alfred, is because that's the way she ran her campaign. That's the way she ran her campaign against Carrie Lake. Sit there and be quiet. Sit there and be quiet. Just remember, there's going to be a lot more ballots than there were last year. I mean, on Tuesday. Did you guys see that? There was something sort of like 35 million less votes this time around. I believe in coincidences. I've just never seen one. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going here. She was vetoing bills to get back at Trump. I don't even think she was doing it to get back at Trump. I think she is wildly unintelligent, and she's unqualified, and she didn't know what the hell she's doing. She's waiting for her comeuppance. I hate saying that. They don't even like when people say it. Why did I just say it? She's waiting for her due from the DNC, her call up from the DNC, whatever it is. And just that she's just riding the train. She did nothing during her campaign to get elected governor. Nothing. Yeah. Absolutely. I said you should meet her. Even worse. Really, Matt, I didn't know that you knew her. She just seems wildly unintelligent. I had a friend of mine, I'm not going to say who it is, I don't want to get anyone in any trouble, who was actually a member of her cabinet. Not a liberal by any stretch, but a member of her cabinet. Has to be. And he said, last time I saw him, he said, yeah, I got to go. Because I got to go to because he's retiring and moving to South Cackalack. He said, I got to go to my very last cabinet meeting. And it just hit me in that moment. I was like, oh my God, he is actually a member of her cabinet. And I was driving home with Queen Bee, and I was like, I could only imagine what a cabinet meeting is like with Katie Hobbs. I couldn't even imagine. If she said, yes, I vetoed bills because they come from insurrectionists. Holy, could you only imagine? I had to rent the U-Haul. Everybody's still waiting. Every budget for every department is on hold. Can't spend $1 with. Whoa, it's awful. That is absolutely awful. Legislature can submit the cure with no side effects of the common cold. She'd vetoed. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I agree with that. If it came from Republicans, she's just going to veto it. 14 million less votes for the Democrats. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, huh? Yeah. I mean, you see all the counties that had X amount of people registered, and then they had the X amount, like 5-10% more than that actually vote. It's pretty fantastic. Yeah. What? No, there wasn't. Oh. Shut up. Let me see. Oh, the reason why. Oh, it does say TDS right there. The Daily Show. It says TDS. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Oh, that is such a good catch. Well done, Scotty. Woo! Holy cow. Kevin, our Flintstone chewable vitamins and sippy cups of spill her juice. Oh, no. She drinking wine. That's for sure. She's partying it up. She is living it up. She just loves this title, loves the office. That's why, thank God we don't have a governor's mansion. We're a state that does not have a governor's mansion. I think it's a good thing. I'd puke if she was in it. Same with Lord Ducey, but whatever. Actually, I like Doug. Doug and I have made friends. We've made up. I'm a former first chair of the LD. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, there you go. Former first chair. Vice chair. There we go. Former first vice chair. That's what, okay. I didn't get it totally wrong. I didn't see that. Oh my, I love this TDS right here. I might frame that. I might find a nice little spot where she's smiling. Let me see if we can find a little spot where she's smiling here. No. Yeah, that's a nice picture of her with TDS right there in this. Oh, framer. We totally got a framer here. Let's do this. Thanks for hanging out. This is in other news. I do want to talk about two things. I do want to talk about the concession speech from Kamala Harris. I besides being ripped wholesale from Hillary's concession speech, and I mean wholesale. The hell? Where the hell this chick been? Where's she been? Who? If she gave that speech, not concession speech, but a speech like that, the same tone and tenor, she might have won the damn thing. It would have been a lot closer. I was like, you actually seem relatable right now. She almost seemed likable. And I was like, that's from the absolute worst candidate we've seen in presidential history to a concession speech that makes you go, well, hey, wait, she could have been a lot better. And you know what that reminded me of was John McCain. John McCain ran before Kamala. Kamala actually didn't run a bad campaign. Kamala is just a bad candidate. The worst campaign that was run by Hillary Clinton and John McCain, kind of neck and neck. And John McCain, remember, he paused his campaign to take care of the financial crisis. And Barack's like, okay, dude, go ahead. I'm going to keep campaigning. And his campaign was tight. It was tense. It was just not a, eh. And then the Al Smith dinner came along. And Kamala should have been there, but she sat it out. But when he was running against Barack Obama, he got up on stage and just dropped the house. He was funny. He was relatable. The whole place was dying laughing. And it was like 2 days or a week or something that before the election. Everybody's like, who the hell's this guy? This guy's funny. This guy's really cool. Could have swung it. If he ran his entire campaign, we wouldn't have had President Barack Obama. If he would run his entire campaign like he did that speech at the Al Smith dinner and roasting people and making jokes, y'all, this would have been a completely different country right now. It really would have been. Are they talking about Joe Biden's concession speech? I'm going to check. He did that today. We're going to get to that in just a moment because, but I think that's important to kind of look at. Like I'm not saying that Kamala would have been any kind of a good president, but I'm saying that she could have done a little better on the campaign trail, and she would have been fine. Yeah. Check it out. I just did some camera magic. Ooh, look at that. Okay. You got lit up now. Let's get to that, shall we? Let's go to El Presidente. He is the president, by the way. Still the president. He really is. Here he is. And by the way, not doing bad, but we're gonna break it up here. Here we go.
It's good to see you all. Particularly good to see my granddaughter sitting in the front row here.
Stop flirting with people in the crowd, bro. Not cool.
Hi, Finn. How are you, honey? For over 200 years, America has carried on the greatest experiment in self-government in the history of the world. And that's not hyperbole, that's a fact.
It's a fact, Jack.
We're the people. The people vote and choose their own leaders, and they do it peacefully.
Their own representatives, dude. Their own representatives. Fundamental problem here. Again, we're identifying a fundamental problem. They elect their own leaders. Are you ain't my leader? You're my representative. Actually, I'd say president maybe. But my representatives, I mean, Paul Gosar won. That's the district element. He's my representative. I know. He's my representative. He's not my leader. But that's a fundamental difference, right? The fundamental difference there is that they believe that they're leaders.
And we're in a democracy. The will of the
We're in a representative republic. Cheese and rice.
people always prevails. Yesterday, I spoke with President-elect Trump to congratulate him on his victory. And I assured him.
Hey, Sleepy Joe, I'm back. Daddy's back. Could you imagine that conversation? Could you really imagine that conversation? Because I think Biden's just scorched earth right now. Biden actually tanked her campaign, tanked Kamala's campaign. He just, anytime I remember what was it? It was the big speech she gave in front of the White House. She gave a big speech, supposed to be her big like final closing argument. This is it. Here we go. And it turned out to be Joe's time streaming on something with Vote Latino or whatever. Yeah. And he said that's when he called everybody garbage and just tanked her. No one talked about her speech. Nobody. There we go.
I direct my entire administration to work with his team to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition. That's what the American people deserve. Yesterday, I also spoke with Vice President Harris. She's been a partner and a public servant.
I'm sorry, that would have been
She ran an inspiring campaign, and everyone got to see something that I learned early on to respect so much, her character.
Oh, that's sweet.
She has a backbone like a ramrod. She has great character, true character.
Easy. I got Grizz.
She gave her whole heart and effort, and she and her entire team should be proud of the campaign they ran. You know, the struggle for the soul of America since our very founding
We're getting there.
has always been an ongoing debate and still vital today. I know for some people,
that was a bad read on the
it's a time for victory, to state the obvious. For others, it's a time of loss. Campaigns are contests.
I swear.
Of competing visions.
Too late.
The country chooses one or the other. We accept the choice.
Here we go.
The country
Ready?
made. I've said many times, you can't love your country only when you win. You can't love your neighbor only when you agree. Something I hope we can do, no matter who you voted for,
Here we go, right?
is see each other not as adversaries, but as fellow Americans.
Bro, you literally have spent 4 years calling us Nazis. Remember the pandemic of the unvaccinated? We're running out of patience. Remember this? Firing people, ruining just ruining their existence because they didn't get your jab. Dude, you literally remember he gave that big speech where it looked like he was Emperor Palpatine? Dude, I mean, he hates half this country, and he's like, hey, you know, like I always say, time to get along. Okay, Joey, get to it.
Bring down the temperature.
Yeah, because you brought it
I
up.
also hope we can lay to rest the question about the integrity of the American electoral system.
Excuse me?
It is honest, it is fair,
Yeah, it was on
and it
Tuesday.
is transparent.
Come on, buddy. No one told him what they did in 2020. No one told him that magically tens of millions of people didn't vote this time around. Huh. Amazing. And they were all in key counties. Not just nuts. They all stayed home just magically. About 10% of our country just stayed home this time. Just didn't know. Nope. Had the opportunity to mail and vote. Nope. Nope. Just gonna. Nope. Literally the highest vote total in the history of America. And then it went back down to normal range. We're going to put all this to rest. They're not. We know what we see. We're not stupid. It's right before our eyes. The numbers are there. We see them. That's as shady as shady can be. pull the chart up and we'll see what happens here. But let's get to y'all here. You guys are all crushing it on the side. All right, here. Let's get to it. Running against Kamala. If I was running against Kamala, she's been crying every day on the news. I'd use my army sarcasm to bring her to tears. Just go drill sergeant on her. Oh my gosh. I actually had Gunny yell at me. I had him on the show. And I was like, I mean, can you call me a maggot? Can you call me something like that? He goes, this kind of that character belongs to the movie house. But he did get to yell at me. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty dang cool. Yeah. Very, very cool. Jill is in charge. You're not wrong there. She definitely is. She's been in charge for a hot minute. She really has. And whose Coke was that? We definitely know whose Coke that was. I'm hoping, again, if I don't get lower gas prices, the grocery prices don't come down for me. Here's what I want. I just want answers. Open the books. I want to know who Coke that was. I mean, it's completely irrelevant to the success of the nation. But if the nation is going to be successful, at least let's get some answers, right? I want the Epstein list. I want the Diddy list. I want it all. I want to know who is trafficking children. I want to know what happened to the 100,000 migrant children that just disappeared. I want to know. Let's go. Open the books. Tear it down. Can you imagine what's going on in the intelligence community right now? It's like Enron. Remember Arthur Anderson and all that? And they're just shredding everything. They are deleting things. They're calling Hillary up and being like, Hills, what was it? Bleach Bit? Is that what it was called? Okay. Yeah. Can we get your password for the Bleach Bit thing? Can we just use your account? Because I don't know. We don't want to look like we're buying it. Yeah. Can we just get your account? What's your password? Password. Yeah. What's your password? Password? Oh, John Podesta set it up for you? Okay, got it. Thanks. All right, cool. Password is. In case you didn't know, that's how the DNC was hacked. The password John Podesta set up was password. Anyway, and that guy, yeah, he knows. Trust me, he knows where the migrant children are. I tell you that much. Yes. Some did a Biden Oval Office meeting, Photoshop his face on Bill's body, and Bill's what? Oh, I gotta check that out. That's like that. Hyperbole, well, yes. Not hyperbole. It's not a joke. Hyperbolic. It's fun. It's a fun word to say. That and gubernatorial and gelatinous. Oh, so much fun to say. I'm sure we're gonna eat gelatinous stuff. First time she didn't even sound like she was recording a scared hostage video. Hillary, watch your back. But she did. She sounded good. I lied. The VP sounded like, oh my gosh, that's actually a relatable human being. She is human. She's not just there for the paycheck. Because it was, I think every one of her speeches was, where's my title? When am I going to get crowned president? When? That's it. She was just going through motions, reading the same. And by the way, they gave her one speech and they're like, you just got to get to know it, please. She had that like Cardi B moment. That was so cringy. Absolutely cringy. Let's see here. What else we got here? Whose cocaine was, yeah. Maybe Jill did give him a little something. Honey, against his will. Honey, she puts a little bit right here. Honey, you want to smell my new perfume? Smells good. Take a big whiff, hon. Take a big whiff right there. I mean, Hunter's still hanging out. He's still leeching around there. Don't forget, by the way, please do not forget this. Anyone talking about the Trump kids or anything like that, and who the hell knows what's going on with the Obama kids, because they don't even use the Obama name anymore. And I don't know if you know that. Hunter was in a $25,000 a month beach house. They had to have the big one because he has Secret Service protection. We paid for that. She has no character. I'm not that. When Democrats, let's go for it. Let's see what we got, man. When Democrats, the corporate media, spend hours upon hours injecting anxiety and panic into the population, yes, can we not see a link to the fact that 2 attempts have been undertaken in Trump's candidacy? I'm telling you. And unfortunately, I hate this as much as I hate to say it. You're right. 1, 2, it's ain't gonna stop. It's not going to stop. I mean, there's women that are being visited by the Secret Service right now because they asking how much a hitman or woman is. She said, we don't want to misgender. Yeah. What's up, Grizz? Oh, Grizz, I had one teed up for you, bro. I had one, but you missed it, pal. Yeah. His password. But he came in swinging, though. Hey, Hillary, what's your password? Could you imagine? Wow, could you imagine? Oh, I love that. Rachel going to vote in her MAGA pantsuit. I'm not lying. I'm telling you that one of the big changes in this election was seriously when Joe Biden we knew it at that moment. We knew it that Joe Biden was just pissed. He just had it when he put on that Trump 2024 hat. Oh, I mean, it was good. It was good sport. You know, I mean, I think he's a fool, and I think I've never liked him in his entire 50 years of, him being in. He literally has been in office as long as I've been alive. Never liked Joe Biden. But Joe Biden was kind of showing a moment of love, like, okay, dude, come on, wear your hat. That's kind of funny. I'll throw that on. There's a reason for that. That was the beginning of him going scorched earth. Him going complete scorched earth. I feel bad. Would you guys mind if I rewound this just a skosh? We'll come back to it. But I just when he's talking about Kamala, real quick.
In the history of the world. And that's not hyperbole. That's a fact.
Hyperbole. Here you go.
To congratulate him on.
Here you go.
Yesterday, I also spoke with Vice President Harris. She's been a partner and a public servant. She ran an inspiring campaign, and everyone got to see something that I learned early on to respect so much. Her character. She has a backbone like a ramrod. She has great character, true character. She gave her whole heart.
Okay, Chris. See, don't tell me I don't love you. Let's go back to it.
I also hope we can restore the respect for all our election workers who busted their necks and took risks at the outset. We should thank them.
Risk their necks.
Thank them for staffing voting sites, counting the votes, protecting the very integrity of the election. Many of them are volunteers who do it simply out of love for their country. And as they did their duty as citizens, I will do my duty as president. I'll fulfill my oath, and I will honor the Constitution. On January 20th, we'll have a peaceful transfer of power here in America.
Not so fast, buddy.
To all our incredible staff, supporters, cabinet members, all the people who've been hanging out with me for the last 40 years, God love you, as my mother would say. Thank you so much. You put so much into the past 4 years. I know it's a difficult time.
All right, there you go, buddy. All right. Yeah. Grizz, I teed that up for you. Where you at? Oh, that a boy. I was wondering where you were. Okay. So, okay. The election workers didn't put their necks on the line for anything. They're volunteers. They were fantastic. At least where I was, and every time I voted, they've been fantastic volunteers. Really have been. Some of them allowed people to vote that weren't allowed to vote, and okay, so mistakes were made. But I don't see any investigations into rampant fraud going on this time around. Yeah, Rhonda. He has no idea what's in the Constitution. He does not know. See here, the remaining few months of the current Biden-Harris administration, there we go, should be a real treat for them. Oh, could you imagine? Ugh. Yeah, because they're shredding everything. It's same thing going on in the Defense Department, same thing going on in the FBI, the CIA. We're shredding everything. Mm-hmm. We are. Alfred said they're in denial. What was the total spent? Okay, Truman, what was I believe we're at six or $16 billion total, 16 billion for nationwide, not for the president. I think Kamala raised $1 billion, but she's going to get hers. I don't know what they got going on for her. Just keep an eye on it, though. I would say keep an eye on it. Yeah. All right, y'all, it's past my bedtime. kidding. It's 1 o'clock. All right. But we're going to do this again. Mañana, we'll wrap up the week on some fun stuff. Again, we're going to transition into just not talking about the damn election all the time. So it's maybe Katie Hobbs will make another appearance. Who knows? Guys, thanks for hanging out. Like this, share it, do all the things that you do. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I got to get up to these. Was there any comments? See, I have to check my comments now. I've checked my comments on the gram. What do we got here? Yes, most parents. Yeah, yeah. Most parents don't know that the junk is in the stuff for themselves as well. It's just a very, very good point. All right. Well, anyway, let's get the heck up out of here. We'll see you mañana right here on another.